Hello everyone, here at Athzira. I am here with a very special guest. Let's welcome Z3nkai.
Yo guys, this is Nico, Z3nkai, and today we are going to talk about the label and some of my projects.
Today we have a really amazing news because the label is celebrating the biggest compilation ever, 30 tracks in a compilation called Voodoo Spirit. So let's hear a little bit more about what's coming inside of it.
So that's basically the biggest compilation we ever did. It featured 30 artists. The cover was made by Flyland Design, who is actually the designer of Metallica and Rammstein, and also did some artwork for Harley Davidson, to name a few.
Giving the cherry on the cake of this compilation is amazing. And how much time it takes you to make it?
That's a good question, actually. It took me, I think, a year and a half. Well, also because it is hard to make a compilation that is as big as this one when you have like some personal problems and stuff. So yeah, 30 artists, or it's 30 tracks, but it featured more artists. I think it's 35, maybe 40 between all the side projects and the versus. It took what? I think 3 years to do the track that we did together.
I think so, like 3 years, but it's like I think good things take time, and this track is just one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, and I think this one is very original, as you said, and well, I really like the flute that is like near the beginning, and obviously that drum and bass intro is having an effect on people.
I'm sure all the compilation is a big bump. So after you're gonna send us all the information and you can follow all the artists from Digital Shaman, be sure to check it out. There is so many wonderful artists, so many styles of music that is really kicking, and I really suggest you to go give an eye on it. So let's speak about you now. I would like to know how it's Digital Shaman started, what was the motivation of you to create the label, and in what is inspired.
Well, I think that this is probably going to be the most interesting question of the interview. It started back in the days, you know, when I was just a DJ, and I was playing on Tractor actually, but this is like 15 years ago. So people were basically bashing me because I was using a computer and a controller, which was like super uncommon back in the days. And I was managing to have like some proper gig as a DJ, and I was playing internationally already. And when I was seeing my friends who were in Switzerland, who basically were more talented than me, or they had like a crazy live act, but they were not so good with like promotion and communication. And then I decided to build Digital Shamans to actually help other people, other artists with their career. But I never thought that it would go this far. And well, 11 years after, here I am. Well, I'm very happy because it is true, like some people are not like involved as much as I do, and you basically have to do it if you want your artists to succeed, and if you want to give them like proper support. And I mean, with like graphic designer, proper mastering. By the way, we are doing our mastering at Wild Mastering from a VP. If you need to master your track, go there. It's a good advice. And it is good because at least like the cover is made by a professional, the mastering as well. We get like feedback on our mixes when they get mastered. So I guess that this is making us evolve, and we can still do a lot of progress. Sometimes we are signing artists as well because they did a good performance, like in a party or in a festival. And I do think that nowadays, social network became more important, but I do think that like making a good performance is more important than just like showing your face on Facebook or on Instagram. So about the experiences, I think that the best experience that I had, and it's not in terms of like the amount of people or the sound system or whatever, but to be able to travel. I'm not sure if I can travel more far than I did when I went to New Caledonia, but I got lucky enough to do a tour there for 3 weeks, and I had 3 gigs there, which was amazing because normally you're not able to do a tour in New Caledonia like this. And the landscape and the vibe and everything about that trip was just like amazing. And that was probably the best experience that I ever had. What I do is I'm trying like to connect the dots between the label and the party organization and the merch and also the decoration, because it is, especially in Switzerland, it is so hard to make like a living with music that if you don't have like things aside, and I'm not saying I'm making a living with music, but if I didn't have all of this connected, it would be probably much more difficult. So we had the idea to do this beer for Digital Shamans, but we actually sold nearly all of them, and now we're probably going to work with another brewery to do another beer. Still going to be connected with like Digital Shamans, but a little bit different, I think. That was made by Amoeba Design, who is Killer Bee from Looney Moon Record. He has been making a lot of artwork for us, and he's also like a graphic designer. And that's when you have something like very precise in your mind, it's maybe easier to work with an illustrator, because if he's very good, he can design whatever you want as long as you are like precise with the guidelines that you are giving to him. We try to be original, and we try to have like different stuff, but again you need to think about it, because we did some lighter, for example, and I started like to send the lighters with like the t-shirts and everything as a gift, and then all the package came to my house. They came back to my house because basically it's dangerous to put a lighter in a package. But we actually going to do like some new design and a new collection. The idea was to be organic and digital, because we are the shamans, and we are making music digitally. So the idea was to have those artwork with like plants and like a computer circuit and stuff. And I just got the first preview, and I'm going to tell you guys, they're amazing.
What is the most difficult part for you to be an artist?
To me, I think that the biggest challenge is basically when I'm talking about what I do. I'm not going to say to normal people, but to like people such as some of my friends or like my family. They are not like, they don't think like it is serious, and I think that that's the hardest part, because we do work a lot, and from what we are winning as money, the amount of hours, as she was saying before, is just crazy, because I'm just basically not working all the time, but running a label, making parties, making decors and everything. You need to be on social networks as well all the time. So I think that my days is like probably 16 hours of like work in between everything. And the best advice that I can give you is that never give up and always fight for your belief, for your passion. I mean, if you want to produce or if you want to be a DJ, you will have to fight for it, and you will have to work, and you will have to put thousands of hours into it, and hopefully you'll be successful. But I'm telling you, no matter what happened to you, never stop to fight, never give up, and when you're on the floor, stand up again and start all over.
Wow, that was a beautiful message. Thank you so much, and I'm sure that a lot of people are gonna appreciate that you say that. Most of people are just missing that, missing motivation, missing some artists that came and encourage more people. And as I was mentioning before, you encourage a lot of new artists.
I think that I'm going to switch back on what you were saying before. Is when I'm signing the artists into Digital Shamans, I'm not looking about their likes on Facebook or Instagram, because sometimes people were like, I had some reflection like, oh, this guy's got only like 500 likes, and I was like, yeah, but his music is kicking ass. So, you know, that's, I think, yeah, it's more important to listen what the artists are doing than just like their social network. After celebrating the 10 years of Digital Shamans last year, I'm going to celebrate the 10 years of my project Z3nkai as a producer this year in June. Also free project live, so there is Z3nkai. Warp Engine that was before a duo, but now I'm making it on my own. And also Zen Bugs, with Jair, Mental Bugs, and we're actually working on an album. But yeah, it's been like 10 years, and I think that last year, for 1 year and a half, I was not able to do as much music as I wanted, because, well, I had the worst thing that can happen to a producer, and it's called a blank sheet, when you are just in the studio and you are not able to produce anything, and that's going to be like your biggest nightmare, and it is so frustrating. But yeah, I gave recently my discography, all my tracks, to someone for his birthday. He's a cool friend, and it's basically 20 giga.
Wow.
So I don't know how many tracks is out there, but my guess is more than 100, maybe 150. But like all my tracks, they have been released so far. So yeah, I think I've done like not so bad in 10 years.
Wow, congratulations. I mean, more than 100 tracks, I mean, like, you don't see so much the sun, huh?
Nope. I'm like a vampire. To react about what you were saying before, I do think that that music for me, when I'm good, when I'm bad, when I'm producing, it's like doing doing a painting, but with your emotion, and that has been helping me a lot, because no matter when I was feeling sad or angry, or I was able to put it all there, and it was like removing like some of the pain that I had inside my soul. And I do think as well that yeah, guys, when you're on stage, or at least to me, there is nothing worse than someone that is not enjoying his own music or what he's doing, and is just standing still, not giving like a shit about the crowd. Sorry. Am I allowed to say shit on camera? But yeah, well, that's. And also, you need to understand something, that you are there playing your music, but you're basically not alone. There is also people. So obviously, if you want to have an ego trip and suddenly, I don't know for what reason, you want to blast something that was not really adapted to the vibe that the person was playing before. I mean, it's easier when you're a DJ to adapt, but you can also do it when you are a live set. And you know, like people are telling me sometimes, oh, I already prepared everything, but that's, I think, the biggest problem of like our generation. Just like do some improvisation and do it, you know, like on the go. And, you know, if you feel that what you're doing or what you prepared is maybe not right for the party or the people because of the vibe, change it. Use your mind, use your feeling and your imagination, and blast it like there is no tomorrow. Well, that's a good question. It is funny because my taste, for example, about what I'm doing is pretty different than what people like. So most of the time when I don't like one of my track, people love it and it's becoming a blast. And all my favorite tracks, like when I play them, like people are on fire. But for some reason, when I'm in my car or like in my house and I'm like, hey, do you want to listen my new track? Like people, like, especially when I love them, they don't really react. But well, the next track that should be a big bang in my live set is Hours with you and Angry Luna.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing. And that was really good to say because, you know, you guys, if you have a friend artist that is showing you a track that is new and is soon released, please listen to it.
That's rude.
A little bit of more appreciation to this, you know. And the next time, please, if you have the opportunity of some of your friends showing you a track, shut up and listen, you know. A matter of reflecting a little bit, you know, because I'm sure this is the story that happened to a lot of artists, to everyone, yeah. So next time your friend is showing you a track, please, guys, listen to it and be sure to really listen, you know, to put a little bit of your time to listen what your friend is creating. I wish that you meditate on that because it will be super helpful if all of us join together. Like next time your friend release a track, it's just €1.50 to buy it, you know. You don't have an idea. This €1.50 is bringing a lot of motivation. It is helping to create more things. That's something that can make a big difference to all of us and can give to your friend artist a lot of motivation. What is the most fun part for you to create the track?
Well, when I start a track, I have basically no idea of what I'm doing and I don't have anything in my mind. I'm just going to either do an intro or a kick bass or something, and then I'm just going to let my mind, like, I don't know, it's like floating, you know, and then you find a nice sound and then you have another element, and when you start to make a combo between them, you know, it becomes something different, and that's basically how I build like my tracks, just without really thinking about what I'm doing, because I'm not going to be like, oh, I heard that sound in that specific track, so I'm going to do the same, or I just do it. Yeah, it's my own sauce, you know, just like picking up one synth and then a VST and then something else, and even sometimes I'm recording myself, you know. All of you guys probably know that track from Warp Engine where there is this sample saying like, feeling funky fresh. So, you know, like there is endless possibilities, especially nowadays with like technologies and like the digital one, the hardware, like you can do basically sounds with like anything, like in a room or somewhere, you know. You can, we did once like record some frogs in Brazil and we made an intro with them because they all had like a different sound, you know, like one was making like this like a kick, another one was making a higher sound, and then on top of everything, like there is this old drunk farmer that is arriving by from like the farm next to the party, and he's super mega drunk and he's starting to sing and he goes like this. So I had like this recorder with me and I started to record everything, and then we made an intro, but the thing is not sounding like frogs and an old guy drunk, you know. It's sounding like something really shamanic, you know, like, and yeah, it's, I think, the way to do it. Don't overthink about stuff. I mean, the technical side, yeah, you need to overthink about it, but everything that is about creation, like, just go for your ideas and like don't yeah, don't go hard, on your head, and try to go as easy as possible, because that's going to help your creative process, I guess. So as some of you probably know, well, as you were saying, this lifestyle, is not that easy, and like last year I was not taking like good care of myself, and well, I ended up this year in hospital in Amsterdam, and I got stuck there for like 8 days. I was going on tour, everything got cancelled, so like the last day I was in the hospital, I managed to reach to this modular company. So they are basically designing like small modules for modular synth. It's called Error Instrument. It's based in the Netherlands, and well, I was kind of like desperate after like missing all my gigs and being stuck in the hospital. So I did manage to find the number of the guy, and I sent him a WhatsApp, and I ended up where they are manufacturing their product. So I had like a private showcase for like 4 hours, and he was like presenting me all his module. So I came across his page before, so I knew about them, but yeah, basically they are making like some very interesting device, because again they are original. I've got like one that is called like Loopman, and you can basically put some tape. I don't know if like the people that are watching are remembering, or at least maybe not the young one, what is like a tape, and a tape recorder as well. So you can basically put a tape in that module, and you can start to play with the speed, and you can make like some ambience, and you can use whatever tape you want.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
you can basically use like classical or piano that is like lo-fi or whatever, but no matter what you use, as soon as you are going to turn the knob, it's going to sound like out of the blue. His modules are also like reacting with light. So if you have a flashlight, there is this button that is called like sensor on some of them. So if you turn it on, then when you turn on the light and you shoot at the module, it's going to turn on the sound. So you can just go like, and it's going like.
Wow,
so
amazing.
I went there, the guy was super nice, and he gave me a proper discount. So yeah, if you are interested about modular, go check them out, and we will put their link into the description or in the comments.
Don't forget that we make this for you with all our heart. Your support is matters so much, and thank you so much. We'll see you in the next time.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.